Yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I know I didn't plan it like this, and I know I did not talk to you guys earlier, or at least gave you a pre-warning, but been incredibly busy, and I did not come to you last night, and I don't have a lot of time now, but I had to get this in while I had the chance. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast, everybody. What is going on? Hope that you would share if you can. If you don't mind, share and I'll get this going. I will not be with you long tonight. I have to be somewhere at 7:00. So, but I got enough time to go ahead and say what I need to say. Obviously, about I know we're supposed to move on. I really supposed to did this last night, but I did not. And I have to talk about the game on Sunday night. I know everybody's moved on, but I just need to put my little spin on it, and then I'll move on. I'm sharing this right now with a lot of people, so we just have hopefully didn't give a pre-warning, but I just had to go ahead and get it done now. Listen, welcome to the show. Let me see who's on here. I'm presently on Podbean. I ain't never came on this early, so I know people are working. Maybe everybody can catch the video a little bit later on, perhaps. Hey, E. Kush, I see you, man. What's going on? Hello to everybody that is watching right now at this present moment. Listen, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to go ahead and just get to it. Listen, you guys have to, let me see who's there. Hey, Ben West, I see you. Ben West is here. I got a hater that's showing up already. But that's okay. We ready. Listen, let me get the obvious out of the way. What a victory by the Cowboys. That's the first thing. Number one, a lot of Cowboy fans, once we found out Dak was not playing, a lot of Cowboy fans probably thought we were going to go ahead and lose the game. Of course, all the haters thought we were going to lose too. No question about that. But once again, we shut everybody's mouths as usual. You ain't heard nothing. I'm wondering if people have lost their Facebook accounts, their Twitter accounts, their Instagram account, because I ain't seen nothing from no hater in at least about a good month and a half. I ain't heard nothing. I don't know where everybody is. I don't know what happened to everybody. They have disappeared all of a sudden. But the reason why they disappeared is because we just keep winning. And Sunday night was no exception to the rule at all. Listen, I don't know what else really needs to be proven. One of the major questions that we had asked at the beginning of the year was what would happen if Dak got hurt again? Can we survive? Can we win? Most people would say no. But Dak, of course, went down with a calf strain. And then, of course, Cooper Rush stepped in. And I don't care what y'all say. A lot of people say he didn't do well. A lot of people say he did. The bottom line is he got the job done. That's just the bottom line. When the money was on the line in that last drive, Cooper Rush got it done. There's nothing else you can say. He threw the touchdown. He made the right throws. One could have been intercepted, the one to Cooper, obviously, but it did not happen. Cooper made an incredible catch on that tip. Cooper Rush made the right decision. Instead of trying to get greedy, he checked down Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott did the rest. Yeah, they were mad, Kermit. I see you, man. Thanks for popping in. I see my friend on here, Paris. What's up, man? Well, I see you. But listen, we did what we were supposed to do. Zeke Elliott made an all-pro type play, ran through about 3 or 4 people. And then, hey, the money was on the line. Cooper Rush threw it in the air. He threw it. It wasn't, he threw it. Mari Cooper came down with it. Ball game. Cooper Rush did his job. So I don't care what the stat line say, okay? What else? A lot of people see the problem is, and I've been listening and watching for the last couple of days. A lot of the problem is that you got to keep in mind Cooper Rush is a backup quarterback. He's not Dak Prescott. He's not on his level. He's not a starting quarterback. He's not. But on the scale of a backup quarterback, or on the standard of a backup quarterback, I don't know what else you're looking for. We didn't expect Cooper Rush to be an all pro. We just expected him to move the football, and he did. Stat line looks just like a starter. Over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 bad interception. I mean, hey, I don't know what else you're looking for. So the man had a great, great, great football game on his standards. We won the game. We move on. Defensively, unbelievable. Our defense, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth. I know that sounds strange, over the years to say that the Dallas Cowboys defense is the truth, but let's just call it what it is. We are the truth. It's no question about it. We're not the 40, the 85 Bears or nothing like that. But we are opportunistic, and we are beginning to shut people completely down. Most people thought Dalvin Cook would have a huge game. He did not. Most people definitely thought that the receiving core of the Vikings would have a huge game. They did not. Folks thought that Kirk Cousins was going to throw for at least 300 yards. He did not. He didn't even break 200. Justin Jefferson, the young guy, great little young receiver, thought that he was going to light somebody up. He only had 2 catches for 21 yards. I mean, whichever side you want to go to, Diggs or, yes, Anthony Brown. The bottom line is he only had 2 catches for 21 yards. Adam Thielen, he had 6 catches for about 78 yards. Good game, but it wasn't what everybody thinking. So when you get Dalvin Cook under 100 yards and your quarterback under 200 yards passing in a tight ball game, and then your receivers both under 100 yards, you're turning into a defense that's capable of shutting down. They only scored 17 points. If you only score 17 points, you're gonna win a lot of football games. Why did they not score? Mr. Michael Parsons. I could stay here for the rest of my time talking about him. Since Sunday night, we've learned that Michael Parsons is the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and for good reason. He dominated. Anybody, I know haters watching right now, but y'all might well just keep the mute button on your voice. Michael Parsons dominated. He was simply everywhere. He was everywhere. He was sideline to sideline, in the middle, 4 tackles for loss. He played dominant football. He did. And that's why he's the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He's getting better and better and better every week. Anthony Brown. Oh, wow. Anthony Brown. What's up, Michael Rodgers? I see you. Anthony Brown. A guy who, myself included, a guy who I wanted off this team, or at least I wanted his job to be lost. I thought he would be a liability. Well, the truth of the matter is this: Anthony Brown is slowly but surely beginning to shut a lot of people up, including myself, because he has played tremendous football, y'all. I don't. If you look at Pro Football Focus, he is having actually a better year than Diggs. The difference between Diggs is just catching the ball. Other than that, coverage wise, you're not getting a lot of yards or a lot of completions on Anthony Brown this year. And so I say that to say this: for those or everybody clamoring the boss man fat, you're gonna have to wait a while. Anthony Brown shouldn't lose his job. He ain't done absolutely nothing to lose his job. You won't lose it this year because Anthony Brown is playing lights out football. He is. And like I said, I'm one of the first ones that say, man, get him off the field. He is a liability. Can't take it from him. He's playing great football. No question about it. And this is parts of the reason why Minnesota got shut down. Shut down. On the road. I'm talking about they was at their own house. Shut them down. But, Randy Gregory. Oh, my God. Randy Gregory. You know the funny thing about Randy Gregory, and I ain't trying to be funny, at least not this time. Randy Gregory would have done this every single year if it was not for the drug suspension. If it wasn't for them allowing the guys to, I guess, essentially smoke a whole tree out. That's what they can do now. They can't get in trouble for marijuana. Randy Gregory would be doing what you're seeing now. He would have already been doing this. This guy is a monster. He is. Randy Gregory is a force. And here's the great thing about it. Usually, when you're one guy, see, we don't really have nobody else on the line, at least defensive line, that is really getting to the quarterback. Randy Gregory is putting up stats single-handedly. We're really not. OC is playing pretty good too, but you don't expect a lot from a defensive tackle position. There's nobody really on that other edge that's causing, crazy, mass confusion. Randy Gregory is putting these numbers up by himself. I'm not saying, well, let me take that back. Not by himself, but you understand what I'm saying. He doesn't have on the other edge as of right now somebody that will command a double team or may cause the line protection to slide their way. Randy is doing all this, just out of pure aggression and pure talent. I said that to say this. Can you imagine what's getting ready to happen once D-Law gets back? And if D-Law is anywhere near, to where he's supposed to be. Because the D-Law does still demand a double team. which will single up somebody. Can you imagine what Randy Gregory? Because Randy's getting double teamed now, and he's still putting numbers up. So you can just imagine what Randy is going to be able to do once somebody like D-Law comes back. And I even throw this in. Armstrong can get to the quarterback too. Dorrance Armstrong can. So you can just imagine what this guy is going to be able to do once everybody comes back. A Tristan Hill, a Gallimore. Once these guys come back, it is going to be even more nastier than what it already is. So I'm incredibly impressed with our defense, and of course the defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. He's turned it around. It didn't take long. Exactly. Hey Tommy. Hey Shane. Shane said the only thing I can say is the Cowboys have to remain focused and hungry. Let's do our celebrating after we get that ring. Go Cowboys. Hey, my auntie's on here. Hey, Auntie Evelyn. I see you. Hey, Tommy, what's up? I agree with you, Shane. Uh, you know me, I'm not trying to forecast the future at all, because it's kind of like the more you try to progress toward the future, certain things happen. It's kind of like what happened in Green Bay today. Uh, your whole season. Not saying the Green Bay season is over. I'm just saying what happened to Aaron Rodgers can happen to anybody. At the wrong time. I told you guys, if you've been following me and listening to my podcast, one of the things that I said that COVID will kill a lot of this season, because certain individuals will have it, and it's going to make a high impact on your team. So, of course, everybody knows by now that Aaron Rodgers has it. My only question is, not a question, but the statement was this. If you remember, I was saying, months ago, that what happens when COVID hits your locker room and it's the NFC Championship game, or it's the wild card game, or it's the divisional round. Aaron Rodgers, they say now, is not been vaccinated. That's what they say. So he's automatically missing 10 days. Well, what happens if something like this happens in the playoffs? You lose your starting quarterback. It'll flip your whole season. So I'm not progressing, Shane, toward the future. I'm just going week by week, because that's how quick things can turn around. The Green Bay showing us that now. So we only just trying to see. Mike, very interesting point. Mike Dawson, very interesting point. He said he just wants the same slander that they gave Cam. If you remember Cam Newton situation, Cam said he was not vaccinated and he was not going to be vaccinated. He was saying he was going to be researching, which is part of the reason why Cam was, eliminated from the New England Patriots football team. He was cut. And Cam has not been signed yet. And Cam has since said he's been vaccinated. Don't know if that means both shots or at least had one. But Cam took a beating in the press and lost his job, actually. Now we find out Aaron Rodgers has not been vaccinated at all. I guarantee you, Green Bay will not cut Aaron Rodgers. Y'all see what I'm saying? But it just goes to show you, y'all can take that however way you want to take it. But it is what it is. My auntie says, and the Titans, Derek, I believe Henry, you right, Auntie Evelyn? I believe Henry has not been vaccinated as well. So look, it's unbelievable what this COVID thing would do to a team. And I really don't want to get into that, because it turns into slash political slash selfishness slash my choice, all that. I already don't want to get at that. The bottom line is Aaron Rodgers is gone for 10 days. That's why, and I've said all that to say, that's why I don't look toward the future. Because, hey, Joe from Italy. Joe is in Italy, y'all. Joe, appreciate you, Joe, for popping on, man. Listen, I didn't come on last night, as I said before. I have a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Auntie Evelyn. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about something else. Derrick Henry, of course, had the ankle surgery. Yeah, exactly. You're talking about the season flipping. Yeah. All it takes is one thing, and my auntie is right. I'm sorry about that. Not Derrick Henry with the COVID. He had the surgery. The whole season is flipped now for Tennessee uh, because the heart of their offense is gone. And Tennessee is totally going to be a totally different team. That's all it takes is this COVID thing and one bad injury, and you back to the NFL draft. You see what I'm saying? All it takes is one injury, and you in the draft again. So week by week, this week we took care of Minnesota. Proud of the way we did it. Happy about the win, of course. Happy to keep the haters' mouth shut one more week. They waiting, y'all. They were like this, y'all. They were like this. They had their phone in their hand, like you see me, and they were just about to push send. They were just about to. They had the memes, all that stuff was already. They had the post written, and then Kirk, and then my guy Cooper Rush threw the ball to Mari Cooper, and they had to push the delete button. That it happened that fast. They were ready, y'all. They were ready, and they lined in the weeds. They ordered their Minnesota Viking. Everybody thought we were gonna lose. They ordered the Minnesota Viking pom pom package. That had to get sent back. Yeah, Kermit. I gotta tell you, they had to send that back, and now, uh, I don't think now they see what's going on. Okay, they know they ain't gonna admit it. Until my auntie talking, my auntie changing my narrative. But she said, why is the Browns holding on to Odell Beckham Jr.? I believe, auntie, that they tried to trade him, but when you trade a guy like that, some organizations want to demand a lot and probably couldn't get it. So what's probably going to end up happening is they're going to release him. They're going to release him because he's a distraction. He's a distraction, and it's just typical Odell. And now LeBron James is tweeting about it, and his father put out that video, and they excuse him from practice today, so you can tell the handwriting is on the wall. So I don't think Odell is going to be there too much longer. They're going to release him, and we'll see what happens after that. Now, let me go back. Minnesota, man, look, they're sad about it. So now I'm about to say they exchanged it, but they're not exchanging it for Denver. Because see, by now they understand what kind of team we are. So they ain't gonna hang their hats on Denver Broncos. See what I'm saying? I don't see that happening. They're gonna not, no. They're not gonna do that for this week. They just hope that the Cowboys fall asleep. Go back to what Shane said earlier. They hope that the Cowboys will fall asleep and have this is a trap game and hope that the Cowboys won't show up for Sunday against the Broncos. Well, you're going to be wrong about that. If that's what you're hoping for. Because let me answer this question what somebody asked earlier. I believe that Dak Prescott will play Sunday. And if Dak Prescott is playing, there will be no laziness. We're going to lose a game sooner or later. We're going to lose, but it won't be Sunday. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm already on the record. Y'all remember, I keep telling y'all. Now, every time I tell y'all this, it just shows in the scoreboard. I told y'all this when we played Philly. I told y'all when we played Carolina. And I told you guys No, I told you about that. I think those were only two games I said. And the Giants. I said it about the Giants too. I told you guys they don't belong. Okay? When I say they don't belong, I'm expecting us to destroy somebody by 10 points or more. Easily. I'm on record now. The Denver Broncos don't belong. I'm going to. Please don't come telling me about Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton and Melvin Gordon Jr. and Bridgewater and you know. Don't tell me about that. Von Miller is gone now. Patrick Surtain is a rookie. I don't care nothing about a rookie. He's a rookie. So he'll be going against Lamb or Cooper or Cedric Wilson or possibly Michael Gallup, who might be coming back. Listen, they don't belong. I'm expecting us to rip them apart this Sunday. I ain't broke them down yet. I just don't think Denver's a real good football team. The offensive line is not good. I do know that. Their defensive line is not good. The pass rush has to go down because Von Miller is gone now. Mr. Chubb on the other end is a problem. I will admit that. Mr. Chubb is on the other end. Now, to balance that off, however, there is a little tension in Cowboy land. Why? Because Tyron Smith, it seems as he's already been ruled out for Sunday. Okay? He's been ruled out, which means that we don't know exactly how the combination or how we're going to line up or who's going to line up at left tackle. A lot of people are saying move Steele to left tackle because he's really a swing tackle, so he can play both. And then move Collins back to right tackle for this game, and let's see what will happen. I don't know if I'm too excited about that because it's a difference playing between right tackle and left tackle. Still hasn't done that all year. I believe his fundamentals are still there, but it's just a slight difference playing left and right. That's just the way I see it. Collins has not played a full game. He got some snaps in, but he's not played a whole game. We don't know where his wind is. We don't know, where his stamina is. We just don't know. You say Shane said that you see him run the wishbone. Oh, you can see that is an unstoppable formation that we came up with. I just don't see it. But here's my question, you guys. Now I'm telling you what I think. And I really believe it was a playoff game last Sunday night. Dak would have played, no doubt about it. But I don't know if any of you have, hey Mike, I don't know if any of you had calf strains before. It usually is a 3 to 4 week injury. Now, we'll be entering out. This is the third week. He's already been practicing on it, all that kind of stuff. I believe he can play. Okay. I think Dak will be ready to go. I know he's ready to go. But the question is, how much percent is he? Because the last thing we need is any lingering calf injury. Because the lingering calf injury turns into a major one after a period of time if it's still lingering. We can't afford it. So my question is, and maybe you guys see, do y'all think we need to send him one more week and make sure that he gets another week of rest on it? And do we trust Cooper Rush to go out there and maybe get the job done again? Or, Dak don't want to play. We already know that. Or do we go ahead and throw him on out there? Me personally, I think I think he needs to play. This is the reason why. This is the reason you think okay, Deshaun Taylor says we need to send him one more week. I can understand why somebody says that. You should sit him one more week. Let me throw another small scenario up, guys, that you need to think about. I talked about this in one of my chat groups that I am in. And I look, God bless Aaron Rodgers. God bless him. I hope that cause people dying from COVID. I hope that he's not terminally ill, or hopefully he just have symptoms. They pass by, he can come back after the 10 days. Hopefully that's the case. But the NFL schedule goes on. Okay, that may sound a little insensitive, but on Sunday, the Green Bay Packers are going to be playing, whether Aaron Rodgers there or not. And the Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing. And everybody else is going to be playing. And here's my thing. Because of our record, we're in a real unusual position as of right now. Okay? Any opportunity that we can possibly go past this small little pack of teams that only lost one game, let me tell you something. We need to take advantage of it. Just in case you don't know this year, the playoffs, both one team from both conferences will get a bye. It's not the top two. One team will get the bye in the playoff for home field advantage. If you get home field advantage, you get the bye. There's only one bye this year. We're so close right now. We need to keep pace. The Green Bay Packers is one of the teams that only have one loss. Now, Green Bay is playing the Chiefs. I understand Jordan Love is going to obviously play against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Let's just say, for instance, the Chiefs pull it out. We got to take advantage of that. We need to be above Green Bay because here's the reason why. Which one do you want? Do you want to play Green Bay in Dallas? Or in December or January, do you want to go to Green Bay and play them there in the playoffs? I think everybody knows the answer to that question. So any advantage that we can get over the top of them, you understand? We need to win. I want all my weapons out there. I got to keep up with Arizona. We have to keep up with Green Bay if we can. And I guess I am now kind of looking toward the future. But I guess in this case, you just can't help it. Okay? I think that we need to put them all out there. If you're ready to go, let's go. We got a long way to go. We need to keep stacking. We don't need no drama. We don't need no drama. We don't need no nail biters and type of games. We need to go and win. We need to go and win. Because if I want, a lot of people have already kind of looked at their schedule and said that when we get to the Chief game, which is 3 weeks from now, there's a lot of people thinking we're gonna be 9-1. We got this week Denver, then Atlanta, then the Chiefs, and then the Raiders. And a lot of people think we're gonna be 9-1. Well, by the time if that happens, don't be surprised if we the number one seed in the NFC. We need to keep that. This is the kind of talk we got to start having now. I know we don't want to, week by week, game by game, but because of the position that we're in, you cannot ignore what's staring you right in the face. And we need to stack as many wins as possible just in case we have a little small slippage. Arizona lost. That brought everybody back to the pack. Green Bay lost Aaron Rodgers for at least one game. Green Bay may beat the Chiefs. I don't know. I'm just saying, the Chiefs. The matter of fact, Vegas have already put. It went from a 2.5 underdog. Underdog, I believe, to a pick'em game, and now with Rodgers going down, Vegas say that the Packers are a 7-point underdog. Just that quick. Just that quick. So we got to keep up. That's how I'm looking at things now. The division, we ain't got to talk about the division. I think everybody done figured that out. The division is, it's almost already just about over. I'm serious. I'm just saying. I realize injuries can happen and all that, but right now we got a 3-game lead, and some of them folks we got a tiebreak over. So really, it's a 4-game lead. Okay, so I just can't see the Cowboys losing a 4-game lead. I just can't. That's me. Yeah, of course, anything can happen. I get it, but the division is ours. But we got to. I'm with you, Shane. Week by week, let's just stick with that. But at the same time, I'm peeking and looking at the guys that are side by side with us in records because we have to keep up pace because in some places I don't want to go in the playoffs, even though I know we can play anywhere. I definitely don't want to go to Green Bay. And it ain't because of the cold and the possible snow. It's just that it seems like you don't get no calls in Green Bay during that time. The world want to see Aaron Rodgers make a Super Bowl and all that. I personally don't want to see Green Bay. If I got to see him, even though he beats us every time, bring him on to Dallas. I don't want him. I don't want to see him in Green Bay. I've seen enough. I know what happens in Green Bay. I want home field if I can get it. Tampa lost. I didn't throw that in. Okay. Tampa lost. We need to stay ahead of them. I don't want to go to Tampa Bay if I'm in the playoff. I want Tampa to come to us. I don't want to go to Tampa Bay. We already know where the world want to see Tom Brady make another Super Bowl. We already know that. I don't want to go to Tampa Bay where he's going to get all the calls. You know he would. I don't know. We need to win. So I want all my weapons out there. I want Dak out there. If he's ready to play, let him play. Now, I will say that now the one that do need to sit down, and no question about it, Tyron Smith needs to sit down as long as possible. That's who needs to sit down. Because we all know the chance of him playing all these games is going to be slim to none anyway. Joe says the Arizona Cardinals, exactly. That place ain't never been a good place for us either in Arizona. That hadn't been traditionally a good place for us either. So, I mean, we have to take advantage of these opportunities when it's presented. We got to go to work. Tyron Smith, like I said before, he needs to sit down. We need to get him to close to 100%. We know 100% is possible. Once he have injuries, his stuff lingers, and he'll play one half and be out the next half. That's how Tyron Smith is. Dead alone missing games. I need him to look. If Steele or whoever, this line combination that we're about to put out, if they get the job done, please sit Tyron Smith down until until he feels perfect. Now, as you know, he got bone spurs in his ankle, and that hurts. So I don't know what the proper procedure is. He's not getting it cleaned up. It won't be no surgery. Obviously, it's just a bunch of rest and whatever else. Let him rest until his ankle is better. I don't even want him to play. I don't mind Tyron Smith being out 2-3 weeks. I don't mind. I do mind Dak Prescott being out 2 to 3 weeks. I want the pressure. I want the Cowboys to keep the pressure on the rest of the NFC. I got to have it while we can. Stack the wins. Stack the wins. It ain't our fault the Broncos ain't good or whatever. It ain't our fault the schedule. Everybody. Every time we play them, they saying he could say Giants may be forfeiting this weekend. They're rid of COVID. If I'm not mistaken, I think the report is that the Giants have over 12 players. If I'm not mistaken, 12 players that have been diagnosed with COVID. I believe that's right. That's what I heard. So you have to you have to you just got to take advantage of these situations when you have it. So I'm very concerned about Tyron Smith. I want Dak out there. I want Dak out there. I want pressure on the NFC. I don't want Brady getting home field advantage. I don't want him to even. I want him on the road. I gotta have it. So we're looking good, as everybody knows. 12 players, he could say, so far on top of the 12 injuries they already had. Yeah, the Giants are, the injury bug has killed them, no doubt about it. And if they got 12 players on the COVID list, you're right, they may not have something, enough people to even suit up. The truth be told. So, no, that's their choice, Joe. It's their choice, Joe. The choice is to get vaccinated, and if you're not being vaccinated, you have to be tested so many times that is almost forcing you to go ahead and get it done. But a lot of guys have taken the route, and thank be to God that a lot of them have not contracted the disease. But today is a prime example. Aaron Rodgers, who we just found out has not been vaccinated, uh, he caught it, and now he's out 10 days, which means he's going to miss the game on Sunday. And depending on if he passes the additional test, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. So we do know he's missing this game. So it's their choice, but the choice comes with consequences. I've said this, and I got E. Kush on here, and I know where he stands. There's my brother there about this COVID, this vaccination thing. I've just said, look, if this was golf, the PGA Tour, or PBA bowling, or tennis, where the game is strictly on you, there's no help or nothing, then I get your choice for not getting the shot. But when it comes to team sports, and knowing what this disease has done and how it spreads, obviously by the Giants thing that you see there, how it done spread it. When it comes to team sports, it's a totally different ball game. Your choice is your choice, but like I said before, I told you guys COVID was going to be a problem this year because uh, uh, it'll take you away from the game. So let's just act as if this was the NFC Championship game and this happened with Aaron Rodgers. Can you imagine how the Packers would feel? You see what I'm saying? And do not get vaccinated, which is his choice, but it affects more than him. Like I said, if this was golf, then nobody gonna say nothing. It's just your choice. You just don't play in a golf tournament. But when you start talking about a team and guys who have put in since training camp and mini camps and fought to get to the NFC Championship game, and then uh, you catch it, and like he could say, there are people that are catching COVID that have been vaccinated. I get that, but when we're talking about people that have not been vaccinated, and that's by choice, uh, it's going to be a lot of mad people on the football team, mad, because they put in the time and work, they put in all the effort, and they are getting close to reaching a dream that some of them had since they were boys playing football, and now uh, it's all gone. So, uh, team sports is different. Please understand, like right now, the Brooklyn Nets are playing the Atlanta Hawks. Please understand, there's some folks on the Brooklyn Nets mighty upset with Kyrie Irving. Now, they ain't going to say it, but please understand that they are. Team sports is different. Could it be considered selfish? It's their body, but, yeah, that's up for debate. Uh, but this COVID thing is going to be a killer for the NFL. Uh, it really is. You're seeing it right now. This was a game that you just had to win to get in the playoffs, and this come up and Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden find out you got COVID. It's a problem. And there are some guys that cannot be replaced. Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys. I ain't saying Green Bay can't win. I'm just saying off the top that Jordan Love cannot do what Aaron Rodgers can do. And just like Cooper Rush, yeah, we won. But Cooper Rush cannot do what Dak Prescott can do. We won, though. All right? Listen, I got to go. I'm sorry for those that popped in. I just had to get this in. I will be with you guys on Saturday. On Saturday at sometime Saturday. Okay. I really do have a lot going on. Like right now, y'all see I'm not at my house. I'm here in my office here. And so I got to get it in while I get it in, okay? I appreciate you guys hanging with me, man. I'll see you guys Saturday. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks to those that have popped in on Podbean. Thanks for everybody that's rocked with me here. I'll see you guys Saturday at 3 o'clock at the one and only, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Put your hands together, y'all. This is the Big Time Show.